Hi there, this is Jaro with Bold Grooming, and today I'm just sitting out here in the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota, enjoying the sunset. And so while I'm at it, I wanted to talk to you all a bit about the brand and recent changes and updates that just took place that you really need to know about. Starting with this amazing concept that we just implemented, which is an absolute game changer because we're moving away from recycling. And I know you're probably thinking that I'm crazy, that it should be the other way around, but trust me, I have a plan. I want to tell you in this video why are we doing this and how we're going to get it done. Next, I'm going to talk to you about our products, how they made, what's inside of them, the ingredients, because if you are to use our products, you definitely deserve to know that. And lastly, we're going to take a look at our brand, the vision, who is behind the brand, and where we're heading with the brand, because if our vision doesn't align with your beliefs, this is going to be a very short-lived relationship, and we're not going to get very far. So I'm going to kick this off by telling you this story about an event that took place about 3 or 4 years ago during my international travel, which left me absolutely inspired and in shock. And it's been affecting a lot of the decisions I've been making about the brand and the future of the brand. So don't go anywhere. So this is the Pacific Ocean. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is a morning. The sun is about to come up. And so I wanted to take this opportunity and tell you about this surf trip that I took about 4 or 5 years ago with the guys that I surfed with out here. And it was a very unusual trip right from the beginning, because normally what you do when you go on a surf trip, you get on the plane, you get to this surf destination, you surf the waves out there, and then you get back. We had a totally different mission. We got on the big plane, which took us to Bali, which is one of the beautiful cities in Indonesia, highly populated. From there, we got on this small, tiny little plane onto this small, tiny little island, and then we got on this boat. And I'm saying this boat because that boat was made out of wood and bamboo, and we were supposed to sail out onto an open ocean and be there for 2 weeks. So we were thinking, guys, there's no way this boat is gonna make it. But we had no option. So we got on that boat, we sailed out, and of course, the very first night we were on the open ocean, there was some swell coming in, and so the boat was all over the place. We were all over the place. I mean, the boat was making all kinds of noises and squeaky noises. The water was splashing out of the toilets. I mean, it was horrible. But then the crew calmed us down. They said, hey, this is normal. This is what happens on the open ocean. We've done this before. You're gonna be okay. So anyway, the mission with this surf trip was to find these islands where there are waves forming right on the reef, on the outside of the islands, and surf these waves that nobody surfed before, and not to share them with anyone, because at these busy surf spots, you're sharing them with other guys. And we wanted to find this like wave of our lifetime and mark it on the map as a secret wave and keep coming back to it. And between these surf sessions, we had quite a bit of a time, and it was amazing because we went out to these islands, and there are about 3,000-4,000 islands in Indonesia, most of them unoccupied. And so we went on some of these islands that were occupied, and it was pretty crazy experience, because you get there and you get surrounded by all these villages, and a lot of these kids out there, they've never seen white people. So you get surrounded, they're hiding behind their moms, they're looking at us like if we were aliens or from, somewhere from a different planet. And we brought them some candy and some gifts, and they were all cool. But it was kind of cool to watch these people living out there a completely different life than we do. And then we went on to these islands that had nobody living there, and it was a absolutely different experience, because it's a pure raw nature, except for one thing, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about. At almost every of these islands, we would find some sort of a debris or plastic bottle or trash right on the shoreline. And this is when we realized, trash travels. You can throw a plastic bottle into a river, the river is going to take it into the ocean, and the rip currents will take it out there into in the middle of nowhere, onto those islands that are 2,000-3,000 miles away. And so this was quite impactful. I mean, imagine being on an island that's unoccupied, nobody lives there, and you see human stuff out there. And so on the way back, and a few years to come after, I was just thinking that there's got to be something that I can do about this. So obviously we have a huge problem in this world and in this country, and it has a lot to do with our recycling and our recycling system failing us, or our concept failing us. And let me tell you what I mean with this. When you throw away this plastic bottle out there in a recyclable bin, you have no guarantee that this bottle is gonna get recycled. And that's simply because in the US, we only recycle what's profitable. We recycle aluminum, we recycle glass, steel. Plastic, on the other hand, has a very little chance to get recycled. So most of our plastic actually ends up in our landfills, or it gets sent overseas, or it goes into our oceans and rivers, which is absolutely not acceptable. So I wanted to do something about this. I got together with my team, and after about 2 years of doing quite a bit of a research, we decided the best way to tackle this issue is by reducing our dependency on recycling altogether. So we designed these really cool bottles, and they're made out of aluminum, and they are refillable. I'm gonna do a little close up in here. You can hear that aluminum. And I'm really convinced that keeping your bottles and refilling them is the best way to tackle this plastic waste issue out there, because we don't have to depend on recycling anymore. Now you're probably wondering, how do we refill these bottles, right? So we designed these really cool pouches that are also made out of aluminum foil. The reason we're sticking with the aluminum concept is because I know that aluminum has a higher chance to get recycled than plastic. And as you can see, these pouches come in a larger size, so they can refill a few of these bottles, saving you all a bit of a time, money, and eliminating a lot of the plastic waste. So before I let you go, I want to move to another subject, and that's our ingredients. A lot of you guys ask about our ingredients, what we use inside of our products. And I want to tell you that we use a lot of natural ingredients, and I'm a really big believer in using as many natural ingredients as possible without jeopardizing the quality of the product. The other way to actually control this, or the really main core way to control this, is by manufacturing products in-house and not sending them to a third party or contract manufacturer. And I'm proud to say that most of our products are actually manufactured right here in Rapid City, South Dakota. We buy our own ingredients, we create our own formulations, so we fill and we label here. And as a matter of fact, we've got quite a few products out there right now that are 100% natural. So to wrap this up, I know that this plastic waste issue is a huge deal. It's much bigger than we are, and it's going to take a lot of corporations, businesses, and individuals like you and I to get involved. But we can take these baby steps, and above all, we are moving forward with our vision, which is taking it one less plastic bottle at a time. And I hope that you can join our vision and our efforts. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you next time.